Can begin.
All right, perfect.
Mine was spotlight
So,
कर दे पर अब.
greetings, esteemed dignitaries, professors, and participants. I am Mahi Jamnani, and I'm the Vice Chairperson of Taqneeq 14.0. So, and with immense pleasure and unparalleled excitement, I welcome all of you to NMIMS's Taqneeq 14.0 first pre-event, Cyber Cypher.
मस्त चल रहा है पर अब मस्त चल रहा है.
And now, with a prize pool of rupees 50,000 and two levels to choose from, elementary and advanced,
अरे तेरा stream में सुना
we
है तेरा Kevin
don't
आवाज.
only allow you to get started on an exhilarating problem-solving journey if you're new to it, but also will present to you a remarkable opportunity to put your AIML skills to use. Now, we are really confident that Cyber Cypher will open up avenues for you that will allow you a higher understanding and appreciation of many possibilities that lay unlocked at your fingertips by being a part of this event today. Now, I request the chairperson, Parv Dave, to extend his welcome to all of you who have given us the wonderful opportunity to host you today. Over to you,
Hello,
Parv.
everyone that's joined us today and the dignitaries. I'm Parv Dave, the chairperson of Taqneeq 14.0, and we are the founding team of Cyber Cypher. And basically, I want to start off by saying that the essence of what it means to be an engineer has been lost with the monotony of 11:59s and unmuting. The entire allure of what it is to be a part of this field, this dynamic, is lost when it is relegated to being online for the most part. But what has managed to bind us all together is the cause, and each other is the magic that lies between the ones and zeros that accomplishes and virtually surrounds all of our existence. And these bit strings have not only made us one with the innovation that lies in the most remote corners of the world, but has also allowed us to reach out there to attempt to make this world a better place to thrive in. And carrying the essence of what exactly this is are the hackathons. And driven by the fact that the moment we write our first ever Hello World, we yield the power to make attempts at bettering the world. Hackathons provide us with both inspiration and motivation that will carry forward our ideas into reality. We've come forward to integrate Cyber Cypher into Taqneeq's itinerary this year because of our goal to want to instill a sense of responsibility as a global citizen into the lives of everyone who's opted to participate. We as a generation are incredibly creative and sincere about our desires and skills to keep designing. We've digitized money with cryptocurrency, reinvented the idea of security with blockchain, and we've also created what's found in sand on beaches into transistors that are powering the very electronic devices that we are using these days. So the more problems that are plaguing the planet and the issues that arise every time something new is introduced desperately that needs catering. And how long will we be able to avoid the essential questions that are already present by cowering behind the desire to keep moving forward? This is why we recognize the requirement for a drive to solve problems, to answer questions that already surround us, instead of plainly creating new ones altogether. Cyber Cypher is hence devised in a way that enriches the problem-solving skills of every individual who will one day step into the future with a heightened sense of belonging and passion, wielding the brilliance of semicolons and indentations in a way that will, without an iota of doubt, carry us all forward into a world that is more prosperous to live in. Thank you so much.
So, thank you so much, Parv, for those words. We all hope to take Cyber Cypher to the next level very soon. And next up, we have the president of Taqneeq's 14th edition, Ishan Chetty. Over to you, Ishan.
Thank you so much, Mike. And also, very warm welcome for you all to join in on a Saturday early morning. Thank you so much for doing that. So, starting off, we might actually not recollect the last time when we studied in our class, but the memory of coming back from college one day to bring the government to impose a nationwide lockdown, and I think on 22nd of March of 2020, still doesn't seem so distant. We have had a lifestyle change so dramatically as the numbers fluctuated and the novelty of the situation had quite gone to a challenge to overcome. But today, as I flag off the college's annual tech fairs, the Taqneeq, in the 14th of edition on a virtual platform as a pre-event, which is called as a Cyber Cypher, it leads me to believe that as individuals, the same fear and doubt that sometimes cripples us in great diminished ways, and still to manage to remember the magnificence of the potential of the students that we have around us, and also someone who doesn't come from a very core coding background, to have people from different blue collar engineering backgrounds to come and code, learn in the elementary level, and also to expand their knowledge and put their brains to work in advanced level is something very great to see. This whole concept of Cyber Cypher would not have been possible without the guidance of Dr. Nikhil Gala, who supported us and the whole team Taqneeq since a very start. As the president of the Anonymous University Students Council and Taqneeq, it fills me a great sense of gratitude amidst his talent and zeal that not only to manage to adapt to this rap situation, as you know, even to start off when we started off with Taqneeq to from the idea of Cyber Cypher. This was Spur's brainchild of we wanted to expand this to have a national level hackathon in 24 hours. The flagging it off at around 8 o'clock in the morning is something which I have not done in my council in the last 4 years. We have an event so early and the OC joining at 7 o'clock. So, an integrated effort of all the individuals who pride themselves on being part of such a resourceful and perseverant student body. Taqneeq obviously has a long-standing legacy of unequaled gusto and innovativeness, which is precisely attempted to carry Cypher on our shoulders. Um, we've had the privilege to bring so many opportunities to us in college and the global tech community, which finds itself at a very terrific point, and where you have the likes of Google investing in Airtel very recently and Geo last. We see that there is a lot of scope in tech, maybe in the times to come ahead. As far rightly mentioned about the developments that are taking place, there is a long way and a very positive path right in front of us. As individuals as well, we have managed to push the boundaries of our capabilities and also the passion so severely that we embark on this journey. These values and zeal that accompany us shall forever accomplish to make our lives in a much better and to make our life much better and to take on a path that we always wished we could have been earlier on. And speaking on a larger scale, the crises that have proven that the citizens of the future are not only imaginative and exceedingly resourceful, but also very resilient, which is certain to go in a long way for us to tackle the challenges as we take on as a generation of Gen Z. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ishan. That was so good to hear. And like, I genuinely hope to see all of you again in college very soon. And now moving on from you, I would now invite Dr. Nikhil Gala. He is the chairman of corporate relations and placements for MPSTME. And so over to you now.
Thanks, Mahi. Good morning to all the
Thank you, sir.
registered candidates for this particular event, Cyber Cypher. Thank you for the chief guest to accept our invites and be here on an early Saturday morning. I understand how corporate works, and it's so taxing in the weekdays, and still on a Saturday we accepted our invite and be here. So really are obliged. I would like to first of all extend a big thank you right away to the entire team of Taqneeq and specifically Cypher under FER, because it takes a lot of efforts to come up with a kind of an event for the very first time directly and to do at such a massive scale. And when I was just going through the numbers and registrations happening, I have understood that we had to close registrations yesterday night just to ensure that we are able to do justice to everybody who has been registering, and we want to ensure the entire smoothness of the event. So got to know as well that more than 30 participants teams are not from India, and they are from the international arena, which itself speaks about the legacy that always NMIMS carries, and Mukesh Patel for the technology has been a pioneer to ensure that we set the ball right away with our events that we initiate. So that talks a lot about the team's efforts at MPSTME. Talking about the Cyber Cypher kind of event, this is always in my mind since a long time, and that I am closely connected to the corporates around, obviously for better reasons to ensure that we have the best opportunities for our students at Mukesh Patel School of Technology. There was always a need that can we have the right candidates and can we identify them early who are really bright and great in this kind of a coding arena, and that's where we thought that why not start off immediately and build on the currently existing ecosystem of coding, and not just the computer engineering students actually looking forward to code nowadays, but it's like a blessing in disguise that pandemic has actually ensured that everybody, irrespective of the stream that they belong to, whether it's mechanical or civil, are a part of AI ML buzzwords, and they're all doing very well. Wanted to take that to the next level, and Ishan and his team has really taken up that word, and within a month have come up with this kind of a great event to start off. I look forward to all the teams who are here to utilize this opportunity and build on to probably the already developed skills at the advanced level, and probably all many teams that have registered themselves for the elementary kind of a thing to really start off. And probably I'm sure that your interest will only increase to becoming a passion in some few days and months itself. So that's where this entire idea is, that we build this nation, the new young probably entrepreneurs coming in to have their skills in coding and optimizing it to that level, that you all be a part of product companies and build such product companies in the future. So wish you all the best and have a fantastic next 2 days of journey, the 24-hour hackathon that's all about life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That was really inspiring, and I hope we don't let you down with the council and Taqneeq 14.0. We won't. Also, now moving on. Now, I would like to invite upon Dr. Seema Shah. She's the director of the BTech Integrated Program for NMIMSS and PSTME. Ma'am, over to you.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this first ever event of Cypher. And I wish the participants all the best. I have great faith in this team who's going to do a wonderful job, and I'm sure that every team is going to put in their best efforts to see that they have come up with coding, doing something for 24 hours and taking their own dreams ahead. I also wish to personally thank all the experts who are here so that they to spare their time on a Saturday morning and contribute and guide our students and motivate our students over here. Wish you all the best, and thanks to the MPSTME Student Council team for making this and launching this event. Thank you all.
So thank you so much, ma'am. And now, before we go towards the chief guests, there's a small ceremony we actually hold to officiate any event at Taqneeq. So we'll now be having a virtual light lighting ceremony. We usually have it offline, but then again, with challenging times comes great problem solutions. So yeah, over to the team. So getting back from the team, we are actually having some technical glitches over there. So we will unfortunately have to, skip that part. We'll look forward to have it in the main Taqneeq. So now I'd like to invite Arushi Rai to carry on with the rest of the ceremony. Arushi, over to you.
Thank you, Mahi. Good morning, everybody. The industry leaders of today are primarily responsible for inspiring the citizens of tomorrow. Having graciously consented to join us in the same spirit are Lav Chaturvedi, Prasanna Lohar, and Vivek Gupta. Although a little disheartened that Chaturvedi sir, the Executive Director and CEO of Reliance Securities, was unable to join us today due to some reasons, we are stoked to hear from our chief guest panel that is here with us now. Prasanna Lohar is the Vice President of Technology at DCB Bank and is among the top 50 influential leaders and top 50 innovators. We'd love to hear from you, sir. The stage is yours.
Yeah. So thank you so much, everybody, Ishan and Arushi and Dr. Seema, Mahi, good to see you, Dr. Nikhil, Vivek ji. So I have one presentation. I'll not take more than 15 minutes. If you allow, can I share my screen, friends?
Sir, actually, we haven't have set up so that presentation can be seen by the viewers.
So what do you mean? Like I will not be able to see the. Okay, no problem. So I'll just talk through. Okay, so never mind. What we have seen, right, in the last 18-20 months, right, it's the rise of a lot of innovations. Like if you see India's innovation index, so Mahi, our friends, you know how much is the index of innovation index of India? Any guesses? Immediately in 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any guesses? What is the rank of NMIMS in India as far as MBA college is concerned? Is it top 10, top 20? So never mind. So I think, see, innovation index of India today is around 46 or under 40. It will sooner or later it will be under 40. So innovation index of India was 85 5 years before when we landed in the this Modi era, right? So in the last 5 years, we have seen rise of innovation index in almost in under 50. Why I'm talking about innovation index? It's all driven by you guys. It's all driven by students of India, right? Corporates of India. It is driven by ICT of India. It is driven by governments, how they are driving their health ecosystem, education ecosystem, academic ecosystem, how much coding we are doing, how much development we are doing, how much we are exporting as a development, how much we are innovating at the college levels, what is that innovation lab. I think this is all about innovation index. So primarily innovation of index of India is to help Indian ecosystem, right? Or people in India. So technology plays major role into that, right? So what are those? These days we keep on hearing blockchains, AI. I think many of you must have tried for cryptos, CoinDCX, and so many things, right? So coming back, you need to see what technology you are using or what technology you are studying, and is that technology going to be helpful for society, right? In what say example, we these days we talk a lot about mobility, social media, or you talk about uh, is it helping society? Obviously yes. So that's a era of like internet, right? Internet has become to us in 1995 as an open internet. Since last 25 years, you would have seen lot many innovations have happened, right, on the internet. Which are the typical disruptive innovations? Could be Android, or could be iOS, or could be some of those payment apps which is coming our way, right? Yeah, like UPI, Google Pays, and so on, right? Who has done this, right? So if you really look at, those are the technocrats. Who are the technocrats? Coming from some college, coming from some engineering college or NMIMS, right? So that's the opportunity for you guys. So next 24 hours, whatever you're gonna do, hackathon, right? Look at what problem statement you are solving. Is it really helping society? Is it unique enough? Is it something like another app you are creating which is already available? So don't go for it. You can always go for a innovation which is a disruptive innovation, right? Have you seen Phone Pay, Google Pay 6 years before, or have you seen Cred 10 years before? Have you seen any of those Dream 11 10 years? No, right? So these are all innovations of this generation, right? So this generation is in between Web 2.0 and Web 3.0. Web 2.0 is all about mobility, social media, the technology which we use on the internet. Web 3.0 is all about new technology are coming in our life, right? Like blockchains and augmented reality, virtual reality, metaverse, right? These are all things. So students, you guys, you should look at what is coming up and how those technology will fill those gaps or connect those gaps, right? Have you heard about those logos, AOL or Yahoo Messengers, or talk about those? Have you seen STD-ISD PCO booths? This is what era we have lived, right? Wherein we used to go to the internet cafe, walk down for 15 minutes, sit there in cyber cafe, send emails or talk with your friends. If I ask you today, will you be able to do that? No, I will not be able to do that because I have a Snapchat, I have a WhatsApp, I have many more other apps, right, to interact, right? Tomorrow's future, what's gonna be there? Challenge yourself, right? So that was an era where people used to send inland letters or letters. Today we are chit-chatting on a WhatsApp. What's going to happen tomorrow after 10-15 years? right? You're gonna send your hologram directly to your hometown or your friends place in some abroad, right? It's gonna possible. It's gonna at all possible, right? And who gonna make happen? Technologies and the students like you, right? So if you're choosing any of the problem statements in your hackathon, look at what is that you can bring. Then only you can become Netflix or Olas or Geos or those Googles of tomorrow's world, right? So can you imagine our life without Book My Show or WhatsApp? And I think in the pandemic we must have seen lot many series, right, on Netflix or Amazon Prime. If I ask you today, Baba, can you go to that nearest cinema hall to go and watch a movie? It's a fantastic movie. You will think twice, right? Unless it is a Salman Khan or some blockbuster and it's gonna be a wow experience. You will always go back. No, my life has changed. My customer behavior has changed. My customer always want everything wherever I am. In this era, as a bank, if I bring something more, a lot many things in a bank branch, you will say nobody is visiting there. We are visiting in those super apps, right? In those Google Pays or in those new apps, right? So I want banking everywhere. So today at DCB Bank, what I look at, how a banking can go out of my bank, right? Through form of some collaboration, partnership with McMatrix. So the people come there, ask for a loan. Baba, I want to go to the USA. It is taking a lot of cost. Can I get immediate loan? So it is available because there is an integration, right? It is an open banking. Tools are now, APIs are exposed. APIs like APIs, application for our interface, where banking is going out of the branches. So banking will be tomorrow everywhere, right? As a marketplace bank. Today we have Paisa Bazaar, Bank Bazaar. Tomorrow Arushi will build some other bazaar, right? So come, guys, come and go for SME loans. Or we'll say, no, I think that's not something which is going on. I will bring a UPI Lite kind of app, which will be helpful for all the feature phones in India, because 50% phones are in feature phones. So look at the problem statement, right? Where you're with. So Ishan may say that what kind of a banking these banks are doing? There is nothing for millennials. I will build only millennial app, wherein all those interest, fashion, where should I go in the weekend, and then small banking application, right? So that's gonna be a life tomorrow. So sharing economy, today we have Ola's, co-working spaces. Tomorrow everything will come on share economy. When you talk about share economy, we talk about trust, and that trust will be brought to you by blockchains or AI, that kind of a technology. So look at how industry is moving ahead, how industry is gonna help, right? So I have seen some of the companies in the last 4 years starting from nothing, and now they are into Dubai, starting their own crypto coins, right? That's the aspiration you have to carry, right? So that's the aspiration. You have to have a good mentors in your life. Like suppose I am a mentor for Mahi startup or Kevin startups or some of our other Tivisha startup. So how mentors help? Mentor comes and help you to guide. Like you cannot drive your car by 120 kilometers straight through, right? It has to come to 60. It has to come on 80. Where it has to come, right? You need investment. You need some kind of a domain knowledge. You need lot many things when you are driving your startup, right? So is very, very important. What problem statements you are solving, how you are moving ahead. Mentorship is very, very important. So I'll give just few some of the tips, right? During hackathon, what's going to happen. Very first, what is that you're going to do in the initial couple of hours? What type of idea you have? Validate that idea. Talk to your friends. You must have done before coming into this hackathon when you are landing with 24 hours. 24 hours are very, very important. How you're, so that will teach you in your team how you're collaborating, right? Who is gonna do main code, who's gonna do create a presentation, and during the pitch, right, 7 minutes or 10 minutes, how everybody will participate there, right? It's not only Arushi's presentation, Arushi is talking, right? It has to be participated all. So what does it mean? You will learn team building, right? You will, so in a team there are somebody is like this, right, with a weak team member, somebody is like strong team member, right? But how strong team member and how weak team member will become together, that's the power of creating a company or organization or a startup. You need to understand that. So apart from technology, what is very, very important in our life? People management. Everybody is not the same. Everybody is not a Superman, or everybody is not on a day one you are not unicorn. You need to see your realities, where you are going, right? So look at your realities, what type of a coding is required, what technology you're gonna do, concentrate upon what type of pitch you are looking at, right? So look at look at some of the aspect, right? During your presentation, be enthusiastic, show your energy, talk through. Don't just talk through, but your energy should come, your passion should come about your idea. use your time wisely. Okay, whatever time you have, 24 hours, use it wisely. It also takes some rest in between, right? It's also go back and think through, are we on the right direction, or are we left out with the 30 minutes? And have you seen those Australia like those competitions, right? The Master Cook or something like that. They use time appropriately, right? Otherwise, in the end, it's a bad dish, right? So use your time appropriately. Use every of your team member. Be a storyteller during your presentation. Talk to a story. Start with a initial 30 seconds should be about your story. I can tell you one of the startup which has bagged around 2 crores of funding and ITC hackathon where I was there. He told about his story, what problem he was going through or his family was going through, and how he has solved that problem with some IoT startup or something like that. That ITC main CEO stand up and say, we'll meet after a hackathon or after this speech session. That was the thing. Be a storyteller. Talk about your story, right? Explain your product properly. Explain your product properly. Talk about uniqueness of your product. How that product is unique in the industry as of now. It may be a me-too product, but how uniquely you are giving a customer offering, right? That's what you need to talk about. Then mention your target segments, right? Look, for your startup or for your idea, is it only for millennials? Is it only for age group of 20 to 30? Explain your market segment. Are there any other competition during that this time, right? So how much is your market share, right? Say example, Paytm comes, it will say that I have a 30% market share, while Google Pay, Phone Pays are there, right? But tomorrow you bring a feature phone-based app, which is not at all there. So today it is a market share 100%, right? Tomorrow you bring on metaverse or augmented reality, virtual reality-based Zoom conference, which is not there, which Facebook has renamed them as a Meta, and then they will build that kind of atmosphere, right? So there they will go 100%, while Microsoft, Apples will come and will be part of that journey. So look at problem statement, look at your market share, right? And later on, create your project plan. So hackathon is a kickstart of something. You will build some kind of a MVP in 24 hours. You will not be able to build everything, right? So look at there onwards, how do you ride your complete journey, right? So I have done more than 30-40 hackathons in last 3 to 4 years. And what I always advise to all the startup students, friends, this is the beginning. 24 hours are the beginnings. It is not the end. Look at the idea, look at your team. I have seen during those 30 hours overnight hackathons, one team collaborated with another team, they started their own, another start. Look at the collaboration angle also, right? So these 24 hours for you to think through about you, your company, your idea, your innovation, and how will you take it to the next level, right? It's an opportunity. Sitting in a college, you can start your own startup. You can fail fast and you can learn fast. By the time you will pass out, you will be in those eras, like you will raise millions of investment and you will become one of those unicorns, right? By the time you will pass out, some of you will pass out, you will have at least 2 to 300 unicorns, right? And then people will talk about decacons, right? Then that's the energy, different kind of a wave. So finally, look at your customer acquisition strategy. Who is your customer? Bring a better customer experience. Talk to your mentors within your college. You may call me any of the time during these hackathons or post hackathon. And look at your team structure. Everybody should not be coder. Somebody is coding, somebody is managing, somebody managing finances, somebody is managing your marketing, somebody is managing HR, right? Everybody has a role, right? Everybody cannot be this finger, right? Everybody has a role, and that role has to be segregated, right? And finally, be ready for question and answer. Anticipate who is in front of you as a jury. You must have seen those posts, right, on the Instagram and so on. Understand their psychology, what they are looking for, right? Go through there. I think it's a less time. Maybe you can think through with 24 hours. Look at those are there, what they are gonna ask, right? What could be their expectation? So look at, use your 24 hours and be ready for the output, right? Look at the final output, what you are bringing in, right? So that's very, very important. So thank you so much, everybody, to be here. I think good you said that there is no opportunity for a presentation. So innovation is all about necessity or the need. I thought I'll be talking 15 minutes with the help of presentation, but I think that would have been a monolithic. But today, I think I enjoyed this interaction more, which is connecting all the dots of all of my slides. I'm giving it to and I don't know how much you have absorbed or digested. it all will be dependent upon the output tomorrow, right? So I think today we start, and maybe tomorrow or day after we'll see those outputs. So thank you so much, NMIMS, and all the organizers for inviting me here for this great hackathon. Looking forward for a great outputs, and thank you, and all the best, friends. Just go for it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. That was especially inspiring and informative. Further, sir, regarding your presentation, if you want, we could present that to our delegates later on. If you could just send it to us, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure.
We really like to go through it once, especially after your speech was so moving.
Yeah.
The next person of eminence we are just as excited to hear from is Vivek Gupta, the Chief Technology Officer of Coin DCX. Sir?
Thank you, Arushi. Hi, everyone. It's good to be here, right, on this Saturday morning, tearing myself from the bed, coming out here. But what could be more exciting than watching, young folks get together, racking their brains, trying to solve complex problems with technology. Right? It's good to see so many of you participating here and attempting to do, what's probably outside of your regular curriculum of college. I just want to take a moment to talk about this virtual Diya lighting that you people were trying to do, whether or not it happened. I think that is in many ways the essence of innovation, right? Basically, there is an outcome we have in mind, there is a challenge, and we think of a creative solution. And that creative solution is basically to solve for that problem and get to that outcome. It doesn't matter whether it happens or not. Innovation does not come with guarantees. Innovation is an attempt for us to do what we want to do. You see, technology to me is a great leveler, right? Just imagine a small team of people, individual getting together in their living rooms, in their garages, sitting together, starting up, making some great products that then go on to challenge the incumbent leaders in their spaces. Leaders that have been there for years, leaders that are probably backed by billions of dollars, and all of that challenged by a group of individuals starting off with minimum means. Uh, sure, there is a lot of talent that could be involved there. There is persistence, there is grit. But how feasible would any of this be if not for technology or internet? I dare say very difficult, right? And not only from that point of view, right? Not only from point of view of building, technology is basically penetrating our lives in multiple ways as consumers. Right? I would like to imagine most of the participants in this hackathon, I'd like to call them as people of the internet generation or the technology generation. But just take a moment to imagine, right? I mean, basically, where were we, say, 20 years ago, as Prasanna also tried to sort of allude to, if I had to make a bank transfer, if I had to basically send somebody some money, I would first meet them, give them a check, right? Then they would go to the bank, deposit the check. The check would clear after 1 day or 3 days. Then I would go back to the bank again, and then I would collect the cash. All of that now transformed into a single click of the button, right? I just click one button anywhere from India to anywhere in India. I'm able to send money, right? And now we are trying to basically transcend these boundaries from outside of India too. I mean, we're trying to say send from anywhere in the world to anywhere in the world by integrating local protocols like UPIs and those nations with blockchain protocols like global protocols, merge them together, and a new set of innovation basically comes in. And I think that is what is the significance of technology. Technology basically helps you change lives. Technology basically influences lives, and technology basically helps you enable to solve the problems, right? Any problem that you can imagine. It doesn't matter whether it is big, it doesn't matter whether it is small. It is a problem that can be solved by a very small set of people by applying their creativity and by using technology. Um, and the role of technology in our lives is growing exponentially, right? I mean, how much technology moved, say, 30 years ago to how much technology has moved in the last 5 years. And we will see that it's not a linear curve. It's basically an exponential curve. Net, there isn't a better time. There isn't a better time to start building for technology, to solve problems with technology globally in the world, right? I was actually watching this latest Spider-Man flick in a theater a few days ago. Decent movie. Will not contest that. But what really caught my attention was the closing credits. Right? As the credits started rolling up, and I started looking at that and observing those names, and so many Indian names, some in Canada, some in US, in different parts of the world. I am sure most of them were building the technology that built that CGI, right? That built that special effects that made the movie it was. So we are bringing technology to the world that is transforming the way people experience the world, the way people live the world. Be it through technology leaders leading the tech giants like Google or Twitter, or be it through our homegrown startups, which are basically taking the technology and innovation to the world, right? Basically build in India and take it to the world. That's what we are basically going for, right? I think therefore we are on a very important junction as far as technology is concerned, both in where technology is and what India's role in it will be. On one hand, we are seeing increased adoption, growing digitization of business and products, and on the other, a rapid shift towards Web 3.0 and decentralization. In fact, I think India is at a cusp of economic transformation, a transformation that will be more digital in nature, decentralized, and innovation-led. I see blockchains and cryptos playing a pivotal role in this transformation, pivotal role. And as more and more of the companies will start moving from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0, especially in the areas of fintech and social media, be it with NFTs, be it the strengthening of the ecosystem, multiple applications of blockchain. I can keep going on. But the fact that there is a possible way of fundamentally doing things different, I think it is this cusp in technology, which is where we are at. We are at a cusp from Internet 2.0 to Internet 3.0, or Web 2.0 to Web 3.0, which is going to basically shift, transition everything over, right? And what could be more fun, right? What could be more fun and what could be more exciting than to get into technology at this phase? I'm confident that we are on the verge of witnessing an explosion of startups coming from India, startups that will drive innovation, that will drive mass product, global products, both crypto native and otherwise. And who knows, right? The next Facebook or Google could be coming from India, with contribution coming from one of you, right? So on that note, I would like to wrap up my and basically have fun, enjoy participating in this hackathon, do well, but most importantly, have fun building. Like we keep saying in CoinDCX, maza aana chahiye. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir. That was really, really nice to hear for us as a generation, since we're all a little bit, scared about being at such crossroads that we're presented with today. That was really inspiring. Thank you so much, sir. Now that these opening remarks have achieved to motivate and inspire us so beautifully, let's get Cyber Cypher started. We request you all to please move to the Discord server and more specifically the registrations voice channels, the link for which has been shared with you on the WhatsApp group as well as the email that was sent to all of you yesterday. We will be marking your attendance and allotting you your roles there. It is hence mandatory for everyone attending Cyber Cypher to do the same at the earliest. In case you have any follow-up questions regarding the same, please feel free to get in touch with us over text message on WhatsApp or on Discord's queries text channel. The organizing committee or OC members on the channels will gladly cater to all of your queries. So please don't hesitate to reach out to them. Thank you. Actually, before we move on to Discord, there's one more chief guest we will be hearing from today. We're really excited to get this news and it has just come to our attention now. So if you all could please spend some more time on the meeting, on the live meeting that is going on, it would be really great. We'll be hearing from Lav Chaturvedi, sir. He's finally here. So let's stay on the live stream a little longer before we move on to Discord, please. Hear you.
Yeah, hi. So, am I there? Am I live now? One second. I think I've been asked to. What is that?
So if you could please turn on your camera, our participants will be able to hear here and see.
I'm actually down under the weather, so sorry, would not be able to running a high fever. So you would not want to see me when I'm a bit down. I've been traveling hectic, so sorry for the inconvenience. So
Not an issue, sir. We totally get it.
yeah.
It's fine. We
Yeah,
go ahead
yeah.
with
So
that.
okay, good. Well, first thing first, I would like to welcome all of you. I know there have been a bit of inconvenience because of me. So extremely sorry for that. Regret the inconvenience. I have been under the weather. I've been traveling a bit hectic in these circumstances, so got a bit down. But otherwise, I really look forward to this event today. It's a very exciting thing. It's called Cypher, and very innovative name as well. My limited understanding about the event is that it's all about the teams coming together and trying to find solutions through their tech innovation and through their out of box thinking, and that is pretty amazing. Technology is something which definitely has been instrumental, has brought tsunami of changes, especially during the COVID time. Somebody asked me that what is it that resonate with the world technology? What is it that can be that can define what technology does for us? And I can only think of one word, which is enabler. Technology is an enabler for anything and everything that we would want to do in our today's world. I myself, come from the capital markets background. I should have given my brief introduction. I hope you have it, but I can just let you know that I was in US for around 15 years. There, I was working. I'm a finance background person, and I was 15 years. I was between bank and consulting. Came to India, was part of the financial conglomerate, and now heading the capital market broking and distribution business. So I have seen this technology innovation over my last couple of decades, and some of the key areas where what according to me has been instrumental in this space is that it helps to solve the problem. That's the most important thing. It is a big, like I said, it's an enabler. So it allows us, empower us to resolve the issues that in the real world we may be facing. It definitely provides us for for our innovation. As you would see, the biggest innovations happen around digital and the technology space. I would say probably most of them are around in this space. It also allows to a large extent the level playing field. A lot of things which were not accessible up until now, which has now become accessible to probably anybody or everybody. The smartphone or the feature phone, some of accessibility to the different applications which used to be would only be available to the privilege, is now available to a mass billions and billions of people. So technology is kind of a level playing field to a large extent as well. And obviously, especially over the last couple of years, with the tsunami and with the revolution that it has brought in, there is clearly it says that there is a lot that can be done. I think we are still just at the very it's just at the tip of the iceberg. We have a lot that can be explored in this area, and the event like this definitely helps to bring some innovative solutions out for the real world. I don't know whether you guys are aware of the approach called sandbox. Sandbox is an approach that is very popular, especially in the financial services world and otherwise as well, where it's nothing but it's called, you do a POC live with the real customers, but on a bit of a small scale, just as in the one specific area. It's not widespread. You just test it in the live environment and then you take it out. And I think it's especially from the financial services perspective, the innovation and the next leg of of revolution will probably come a lot through the sandbox approach, whereby if we can provide every single Indian the bank account, the insurance, the mutual fund, have them, provide them the entire wellness, and help address the one of the most important issue which today is grappling in the world, which is the disparity. The disparity, according to me, that's why I kind of touched upon on the level playing field, is the disparity is something which probably got multifold because of the current health crisis. And I think if there is one thing that can help us address the disparity is the tech-enabled platform. And I sincerely hope that everybody, the team, everybody comes together, and disparity in financial world, disparity in the health world, and disparity in the education world. That is something that if we can attempt to bring that, to address that particular issue, I think that will probably go a long way. From the capital market perspective, there are four largest area which I believe is what's going to define the way forward. One is clearly artificial intelligence, then cloud computing, distribution ledger, which is a blockchain we all hear and speak about, and the data analytics. These four is going to define the financial services world as we go forward worldwide. And everybody from Robinhood to the largest asset management, Vanguards, Fidelity, the new age, the old age, everybody is working around these four areas to bring what it requires to be done in at least the financial services sector. I know then it get extrapolated to the health sector and the education sector as well. Interestingly, it is so far we have just spoken about the technology and how technology through some medium provide the solution, whether it's cloud, distributed ledger, analytics, artificial intelligence. But now the underlying technology itself is getting disrupted, which is we used to be in the world of Java and from all the different coding languages, and now it has come to the no code. So from the world of centralized world to somewhere between co-centralized, now it's completely coming through the decentralized finance. The decentralized finance is the future, and as we see it, that is something going to be in 5 to 10 years is going to probably be prevalent in financial services and in other relevant area as well. So from the very hard and less flexible code, now coming to the no code, coming from the pure centralized world to completely coming to the DeFi world, is something that even the underlying technologies are getting disrupted. And lastly, sorry, I'm just in a bit of the medication, so I probably will not speak much. But lastly, one thing that is going to come and also disrupt what you may have already heard is what Facebook and Microsoft and these guys are already at it, is the metaverse. Metaverse is here to come, to stay, and to be prevalent in our day-to-day life. It is the reality. It is the mixture of augmented reality, mixed reality, virtual reality, but it is a world where physical and the digital world are going to be converging, and people being able to do their day-to-day activity of either the work, leisure, entertainment, whatever you may call, is going to happen through the world of metaverse. Metaverse is very closely also linked to the gamification. So interestingly, I don't know whether you guys are aware, but Microsoft, this one of the largest purchase of the gamification so far, I think it was around $70 billion, which is few lakh crores, is something was unheard of, is going to become more and more norm as we go forward. So what all I'm trying to say is that one thing that we should be sure about is that what is the current practice is not going to be around for much time. We will get disrupted. it used to be, cycles used to be in decades, then it became probably 5 years to 7 years. Now it probably will be few years and it will be months. So we are in that agile world where we need to be completely on our toes, provide some of the solutions, and at the end of the day, like I said, if anything and everything we do addresses the disparity, I think that probably is the most important objective that we should all aspire towards. And a lot of I think this probably would be the most exciting time for the digital world than ever, because next 5 years is going to be redefined in the way that was never defined earlier before in all the spectrum which I just mentioned, all the way from metaverse, DeFi, to all the way to AI and the various world. So with that, I would like to conclude just what my few thoughts were. I really want to wish all the participants a good long day today, and hopefully at the end of the day, I think everybody would be the winner. Each one of you who is participating is the winner, and the more we can satisfy ourselves saying that we have contributed something meaningful, the better off we will be for us and for all of us who are participating today. So my dear friends, colleagues, just remember one thing, that success is never final. The failure is never fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So please continue, continue, and continue. Don't give up. And thanks so much. And again, regret the inconvenience that was caused earlier today.
Thank you so much, sir. We're sure to hold on to your words as we wade our way through these waves of changes. Very inspiring, sir. Thank you so much.
No, that's
Also,
not a
sir,
problem.
we really appreciate you joining us here today despite your health. Thank you so much for that.
Okay. No, that's okay. Keep it up. And during the day, the good part about being sick is that I'm at home doing nothing. So during the day, if I'm required for anything else, I can always come in and do whatever, if I could contribute whatever, I would be more than willing to. I have no other appointments for today at all. So I just, anytime that I'm required, I'll be love to. And in best wishes to all of you, upwards and onwards from here for each one of you. God bless. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Bye.
Everyone, that was Chaturvedi, sir, the Executive Director and CEO of Reliance Securities. Now, I'll reiterate the further instructions just one last time so that we can, bear them in mind as we carry forward the event. We request you all to please move to the Discord server, more specifically the registrations voice channel, the link for which has been shared with you on the WhatsApp group today, as well as the email that was sent to all of you yesterday. We will be marking your attendance and allotting you your roles there. It is hence mandatory for everyone attending Cyber Cypher to do the same at the earliest. In case you have any follow-up questions regarding the same, please feel free to get in touch with us over text message on WhatsApp or on Discord's queries text channel. The organizing committee or OC members on the channels will also gladly cater to all of your queries, so please don't hesitate to reach out to them. We're proud to announce that Cyber Cypher is in association with Natural Plastic Industries. Let's get Cyber Cypher started. Thank you so much, guys. You'll please move on to Discord now.